Well, I think I'm going to assemble this with you guys. This is the Quick Gundam Models Strike Gundam from Gundam Seed 2002. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's been that long. This particular model kit is a very quick and easy to put together model. It's kind of like if you ever gotten a larger one, they're called HCMs, High Complete Model. It's all built except for a few pieces you put on. It's very similar to that, but not quite. This is more like a blockies, to be honest with you. It feels but not quite as complicated as a blockies. So we'll see, we'll compare it. There's the information on the bottom in case you're looking for it. You want to scan it at your Walmart and see what happens. That would be hilarious if it actually came up with something. All right, so here we got the pieces that you pretty much just have to string together with a few pieces here and a few pieces there. Here a piece, everywhere a piece. Oh, McDonald had a farm. Yo. All right. Now, there's this. And inside, hopefully we'll have instructions. I probably shouldn't have picked this time right now to do this because it's a little windy out here. But it's gotten less windy over the day, which means we'll start getting bug bites in a few minutes. All right, the instructions are like this. In case you lose your instructions. You put together the arms and put them on. You put together the body, pretty simple. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. All right, so we got the bodies and the head. And let's peel this thing out. Now I know that some people use nippers. That's fine. I use a very complicated nipper. It's got a spring-loaded device in it. And they call it a toenail clipper. It's like a nipper, but it's a clipper. All right, part number 4 is the neck knob. Yeah, here comes that wind again. So I'm thinking I might should take this inside. There's White Kitty. He turned around as soon as he saw me. Here's number 4. Okay, we got the ball part going up. Stick it down in. Pop it good. I have a feeling this is actually going to come out the same size. Not same scale, but the same size as a 1/18 scale figure or 3/30 quarter. I feel like I've done this before. All right, the arms, we need numbers 10, 14, and then arm part, which is right here. Up here, and these parts. Okay, this is the right and this is the left. Okay. So I should probably use the nippers on that. Okay, well, it shows to do something here. Oh, you just nip it off. Okay, I was about to say, do I supposed to pull this off? It just nips off the right arm part. All right, part numbers 14 and 10. I feel some wind coming in a few seconds here. Here's part number 14. The one thing about fingernail clippers is that they can't get into the grooves as well, but they can do rounding on the pieces, like the rounder pieces like this, do really well. And like this, you just shave it off basically. All right, 14 and 10. All right, 10 is way down here. That one's pretty easy, but you do want to clean it off as you go. All right, 14, 10 goes down, 14 goes to the side. Okay, it goes down into this shoulder piece. Hold on. It's this orientation and this, okay? There's a piece of 18 and 9 I need to put together. All right, they look flat. 18 and 9. Here's 9. And we need number 18. All right, I'm looking at it carefully because there's a, it wants you to do it this way. The other piece goes on top like this. Then this piece goes into the shoulder like this. Right there. And then this piece goes into, good, because I'm about to say that's going to come undone easily. It goes all the way into the forearm piece. Okay, good. That keeps it nice and tight in there. And then you can put number 2, the hand on. That's 16. Here's 2. Sometimes I like to pop them out and then clean them up. So it's fairly clean. Wow, this is tiny, tiny so far. Okay, then you have to put this into the shoulder pad. There we go. And then put it into the shoulder. Oh my gosh, this is super tiny. I think this is more 120 or 220 scale. But here he is right beside of the Blockies figure. Yeah, I wonder if this is a 220 scale, because usually 220 scales are this big. Usually it says on here. I don't see anywhere it says the scale. That's highly normal. In Japan, it was only 980 yen. I really miss when they put the yen prices on there. I felt like it was more of a fair thing, because then we wouldn't, you know, surprise us with some people. Like at Hungates, before the internet, I used to buy my Gundam kits at Hungates, and the prices were way more expensive, I found out in real life. Chris was blunt with me. He told me, like, this is how many yen it is, and the yen price is this much, and yada, yada, yada. So I was like, okay, well. All right, so 16 and 15 go together. So this fist, for some reason, is going to have, must be the gun fist. Here comes the wind again, because my instructions are about to blow away. Let me pin it down a little bit over there. Okay, and clean that up a little bit. All right, the fist goes like this. The little dent goes on the top. Might need to zoom in because this is so tiny. And I'm going to leave it off the thing for now until I can get the thing to click into place. All right, so obviously I'm going to need numbers 8. And I need number, where's the other piece? Number 17. Here it is. And there are instructions on here to be very careful about which way, because 17 is not exactly the same on both sides. It's more tilted one way than the other. I don't know what shape this is, a hexagon, a octagon. All right. Okay, so it's saying to make sure you do it like this, and the other one goes in the back side of this one. And then I'm going to put it down into here from this orientation. And I think this one goes in the front. Let me double check. Yeah, okay, so it's the okay, so there we go. The bigger part goes on the bottom. Okay, I can go and put the fist on now. Okay, I could zoom out a little bit, I guess. I hope the music's not picking up on here, because I don't want to get in trouble. I can hear it clearly. I'm back farther than I was earlier because the sun is now over there. I don't want to be in the sun. 13. It was the song, Holy Spirit, you are welcome here. That song. I was like, uh-oh, I can hear it clearly. But then again, I know the song, so maybe that's why I can hear it so clearly. Like my brain's like doing AI on it to make it fill in the blanks. All right, I need part number 10, and here it is. Now on a much larger model kit, or a much longer model kit, I go and I clip off pieces because I can't do the larger ones in one sitting. I had to do those in shifts. Okay. Got this piece right there. Huh, I thought he'd have like something on his shoulder, like a symbol right there. Seems like it would be something in there. All right. There we go. All right, so I got the upper torso finished. His arms are just as long as hers. He's a little bit smaller, but then she's a little disproportionate to humanity. All right, let's get the shield. And part number 3 pops into it to make it right here. The ever so phallic number 3. Okay. Oh, you vague, that hurts my fingers trying to get that in there. I'm so glad none of the cats have jumped up here. I was afraid they were going to jump here. That's why I usually don't try to do model kits out here when they're in a jumpy, gotta be petted mode. Son of a biscuit. Speaking of which, my gosh, I spoke too soon. When I'm scratching the back of my chair, which means he wants to be petted right now. All right, you go bugger off. Go bugger off. I'll pet you some other time. Okay, you gotta have fingers of steel, and I don't have that. This is hurting my thumb badly. If I try to put it on the ground, there we go, that worked. So I highly recommend you have a towel. You can press it down into there. Okay, because that hurts. So that's the shield. I'm not gonna put it on right now because it's too much extra weight. His gun is also one piece. Let's go and pop that thing off and get it out of the way. Usually on the HG kits, the guns are several pieces. Like you got the scope and it's usually at least 2 pieces, and then you got maybe the little slide out part, the clip or whatever slides and stuff, and you can plug it in. All right, his crotch is already built, so you just got to pop it. I'm gonna put the legs on before I do any of that though. Okay, so moving things around so I can actually, maybe I should put it under this metal thing that's part of the thing. I'm using thing too many times. This is trash. Just leave it there. All right, so let's get the right leg. Would help if they can come out. Gosh. But don't get impatient. Don't just drop and dump it all out because that'll make it worse. All right, so the connector, the knee is going to be numbers 5 and 12. Here's 12. If I can get the hold of the nippers correctly. I can hear the Holy, Holy is the Lord song. I hope that's not going to come through on here. Not because I'm ashamed. I just don't want to be like, oh no, you've copyright strike. Okay, 5. I guess it was windy earlier and I didn't notice any sound. 5 goes like this, and then 12 goes in here like this. And then 12 goes down into this piece. And then the upper thigh goes onto this piece. Let me see if I can get it to clamp in. There we go, pop up. Like that pop up sound. Wow, look at that range of articulation. Dang. I thought since this was not a joint, it was going to be just single jointed, but it is, and it's just got that dynamic range. It's because they put the thing closer to the back where it bends. Oh, wow, that's great. Look at that. That's fantastic. All right, this is just one piece right here. It's part number 1. It looks like a microphone. Now, if this was blockies, the pieces like this would have already been out. Like, it's normally, these are the same thing as feet for blockies, really. Oh boy, this is gonna be fun again, trying to get this in here. Okay, just don't do it at an angle because it will pop the ball off, I guess. This is 20 years old. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I wonder how long I've had it, actually. I don't think I've had it that long, but who knows. Now, don't put it on yet. Just wait and put it. You want to put it on the crotch piece and then slide it up into the girdle, I guess you call it. You get the girdle out since I'm pretty much done with this thing. Let me get it out of the way. We got this, we got this, we got this, we got this. And here's the crotch piece. I'll just go ahead and get that out since we, we need it. And it does say pay attention. You got to have a certain part in the front. It shows that the open parts are on the back, which I would have imagined that to be true since it looks like it's universal other than that. So yeah, you definitely want to put it on here first, slide it into the skirt, and then slide it in there. Okay, kind of know where all the parts go now. So this is the foot. This time I'm going to actually stick it in here and then slide it up into this. I think that would be easier. There you go. Okay, and then we got part number 11, which is the knee piece. I think we only got one other piece to get out and we'll be done with the yeah, I think that's it. We got that other part of the knee. So I think we're almost done. We just need to do the knees. All right, there we go. And yes, in my house we play Caleb all day long. It's the radio that we've had since the 70s. It no longer has an antenna and it only picks up Caleb and some secular stations, and we're not a secular family here. No offense, I mean, I like secular pre-85 stuff, but after that I was not into it. My girlfriend was really getting mad at me listening to the song called The Wild Thing by Aerosmith, and I was like, what's wrong with it? And she's like, don't you understand what they're saying? Hey diddle diddle with a kitty in the middle. I was like, no, I have no idea. And she like pretty much showed me that they had a lot of filthy lyrics I was just not paying attention to. I was like, well, thanks for ruining that. I don't know street slang. The fact that my girlfriend knew it and I didn't, that's kind of weird too, but hey, whatever. But she was not happy with me listening to degrading music, and I didn't know it was degrading. No, it wasn't Wild Thing. What was it? Aerosmith and Run DMC, Walk This Way. I just thought it was a cool song. But she ruined it. But that's okay. It's all part of the growing, making you a better person. I'm not saying you're a bad person if you listen to secular music. I'm just saying, for me, I could tell it made a difference to get away from that. All right, here he is. Do I have a ruler? I have a ruler out here. Here it is. Okay, so let's see how tall he is. So from his feet to his head is 4 1/4 inches. And that would make it about 10 and 5/10 centimeters tall. So he is just slightly bigger than a regular 3 3/4 inch figure. Huh. So the fist that, okay, that makes sense, sort of. I put the gun in right? It doesn't feel right. Okay, so here he is next to a blockies. Let me make her sit up straight. I had her sitting down because the wings pop off too easy. So he, from his legs are longer than hers. If I put them down to the same level with the legs, the pelvis, the crotch area on the same level, he is shorter on the top. So his antennas are slightly taller than her. Huh, okay. Again, I'm gonna have her sitting down because her wings. So here he is compared to, say, this figure. I forgot his name, Swampfire, I think. Here he is next to my favorite microman, Edison. Of course, he's gonna be bigger. Here he is next to a Fortnite figure. And of course, he's not the same scale. This is a robot. This is not a organic being like Optimus Prime or something. Here he is next to Aquaman. Here he is next to, say, a robot that is not technically 1/18 scale, Bumblebee. And here he is next to Omac, or Omex. He's really fidgety a little bit. I've still not gotten used to him. All right, so there we go. All right, let me know what you think in the comments below, because I love how he feels like a little bit more rubbery like the original. I remember when they were making Gundam figures back when it first came to America as Gundam Wing. They were made all this really rubbery material. At first, it threw me off because I'm used to hard plastic for Gundam kits, and they weren't Gundam kits, they were just Gundam figures. This feels like it's a Gundam figure, but you put it together. So it's got the same kind of rubbery plastic, I guess you can say. Very thick, very dense, which at first I hated it. Then I got to like it. So again, I'm so used to hard plastic being used for like robots. So this softer plastic was like, it felt like it was an eraser. But I like it. I like it a lot. So again, if you've gotten one of these before, let me know which one you got. I feel like I have built one of these before, but it wasn't this one, I don't think. But it's been in here for quite a while. I think it was 2023, so 2000, not 2023, 2002. So this has been 13 years. Wow. Have a great day. Thanks for watching, and I hope you tune in next time. Again, let me know if you collect Gundam kits.